Hi, I'm Nicholeen Peck. I teach parenting, relationships, family communication, and self-government. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 tips for how to get your kids to do chores. Years ago, Davey saw me speak at a conference, and he was one of the video guys at the conference. And he had a growing family, and he recognized he needed some of the skills and principles that I was teaching. So he bought my book, which is this book here. Well, this is the second edition, which is better than the first version that Davey bought. Anyway, he bought this book. He went home and he's like, honey, we've got to do this. I think it's going to help our family. So anyway, they started on this pathway to self-government, and they are YouTubers, so they film a lot of things about their life, and over the years, they have shared some of their journey with self-government skills on their YouTube channel. Well, I found out that they were sharing so much, and we happened to get to know each other really well. Well, they ended up coming to one of my trainings, and what you're going to see in this video is April and Davey Orgel and what they're doing implementation wise after attending one of my 3-day trainings. So the 3-day parenting mastery trainings are intensive trainings where we actually train you. We put you in training groups, you get coaching, we teach you all the skills, we give you everything you need to implement it at home. Super powerful. They were really transformed by it. They're like, we were missing pieces even though we read the book. Like, now we're finally putting it all together. And so they were so excited, and they went home and did a full reboot. So in this video, what we are seeing is April specifically at first here teaching little Evie how to do chores, how to get things done when she needs to, and she's using a specific skill. So that specific skill is following instructions. So here's tip number 1. Before we even get to this reaction video, I'm going to share 4 more tips with you, but tip number 1 is if you want your child to be obedient to doing the chores that you want them to do, you've got to teach them the skill of how to follow your instructions. There are 5 steps to that skill. In fact, I have a children's book that teaches all of those steps. Let me show it to you. This book, London LaRae Says Okay, teaches the 5 steps for following instructions. And I think we're going to hear little Evie say them, but you look at the person, keep a calm face, voice, and body, say okay or ask to disagree appropriately, do the task immediately, and then check back. So tip number 1 is teach them the skill they need for success. This is called pre-teaching. This is huge. So let's watch this interaction right now, and you'll get my reaction to how the Orgels are doing. Okay, let's take a look.
Looking so much better. Do you realize how hard you've worked? How do you feel like it's getting better in here?
Put it in the clean room now.
Yeah, actually, do you want to disagree appropriately with me about that, and we'll see if we can get him to finish? And it was really bad. So I think if you said to me, hey Mom, can I disagree appropriately? I would say yes, and then maybe you could say something like, I understand that you want me to clean my room, but I cleaned a lot of the room and I feel like maybe Ender should help or do the rest by himself since I worked so hard. And if you said that to me, I would probably say, yeah, I think that sounds really good. Do you want to try to disagree appropriately?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know how to say that.
Well, you can just say all the things I just said.
Okay, so I was mistaken. I thought we were going to watch her teach how to actually clean the room, but what we are seeing is that she already gave her the instruction to clean the room. Evie went in, did a bunch of the cleaning, but it's not quite perfect yet. And so Evie is kind of like, she was a little bit whiny, but what we're seeing is April have this moment where she's like, well, now here's a new skill. So if you are supposed to do a chore and you don't feel like you still can do it, or that you should do it, or maybe you feel like it's somebody else's job, whatever it is, then now you can use this other skill, this skill called disagreeing appropriately, which is one of the other skills that I teach. And we have April teaching little Evie the exact words to say that would change her mind. So this is teaching Evie teaching her prefrontal cortex how to problem solve and what the exact words are that she can say that would make a difference to another person. This skill is going to mature Evie beyond belief. So we actually have a book that teaches the steps for disagreeing appropriately, and it's this book called Paige Takes the Stage. So let's hear little Evie's disagreement.
Okay, first you have to have a calm face, voice, and body. Does your body feel calm right now?
It's kind of cold though, but
But your body's not calm because you're all tangled up in your clothes and you're kind of sitting on the floor. Let's have you stand up and show me how calm your body can be. Oh, good. Look at that calm body. Yes, no clothes are wrapped around. You don't look crazy. You look really calm and beautiful. Okay, so now the first step is to look at the person. Good, you looked at me.
The person.
Now you're keeping calm. And then you say, Mom, I understand that you want me to clean my room.
I understand they want me to clean my room, but I cleaned a lot, so could you clean the rest?
I'm going to say yes. You did clean a lot and you worked so hard. Give me 5. And good job disagreeing appropriately. I'm so proud of you. You're getting so mature and so good at following all the instructions and the life skills and disagreeing appropriately. Awesome job. Can you do one more thing for me, please? I need you to zip up your beddy on your bed because it looks really sloppy.
So, little Evie, we're going to see the rest of this interaction in a second. She just disagreed appropriately with Mom, and she's saying, well, I did a lot of it, so can Ender, who she shares the room with, do the rest? And Mom thought, yeah, that's actually pretty reasonable. And she's teaching Evie, if you don't complain, if you get calm and you disagree appropriately, then you can find a solution to your problems. So now she's giving her another instruction. So now we get to see her give Evie an instruction to zip up her little Betty comforter thing, and we'll see Evie go through those steps of following an instruction. So the second tip I have for you is teach your children to disagree appropriately. That is so important. The third tip I have, we also just saw in that interaction, and that is praise. When your children follow instructions or disagree appropriately or use any of the skills for self-government, we need to be praising them because a person learns self-government through cause and effect. That's one of the key ingredients for learning self-mastery. So she is praising Evie. Evie responds really well to the praise, and now she's having no problem following this next instruction.
And that's all. And then you're done with your room, okay? But guess what? Just now, when I said to zip your bed, yeah, you started to whine. And good thing we're practicing today because you didn't earn an extra chore, but tomorrow you would have, huh? So now that you said okay, can you show me a calm body again?
Okay, I have to stop right there. This is good. So we thought we'd see Evie just follow the instruction, do all 5 steps, but what did she do? She complained. Oh, one more thing that she has to do, and she's overwhelmed. And so Mom says, oh, Evie, you're not being calm, right? And so now she's starting to do a correction. She's also mentioning that normally Evie will earn an extra chore. But today is a practice day because they literally just finished my training when they made this video. And I always tell people, when you're teaching the skills, you teach them all to the children, and then you have a practice day. And when you're doing your corrections, you say, this is where you would have earned an extra chore, but today you won't. We're just going to go through what happened and what should have happened, and then we give you a chance to fix it. So there's this practice time that the family's having, and the mother is doing a great job. So here's another tip for you. Tip number 4 is correct. You've got to correct. Evie did not have a calm face, voice, and body. That means she was not going to follow instructions, which really means she's not doing the chore. Even if she goes and actually does the Betty, but if she's doing it whining, I would actually not allow her to zip the Betty yet, because I would say, oh, Evie, we got to talk about having a calm face, voice, and body. And this is what we see April doing. She's doing such a great job of catching everything, correcting Evie, being calm, supportive, teaching her. You see her patting her on the back like, it's okay, let's just be calm. So let's see how this finishes out.
Again. And now, after you do After you say okay and look at the person, what do you do next?
Zip up your bed.
Zip up your bed. And then what do you do when you're done zipping up your bed?
Go away.
Report back, almost. Not go away. Okay, you zip your bed, then report back to me. Okay, I'll be in my room. You come report to me when it's done.
Before I get to my last tip, revolving around what types of chores might be better for your children, click the subscribe button now. There are so many other great reaction videos on here, as well as informational videos that you are not going to want to miss. If you want strong family bonds, you want children who happily do their chores, this is a great channel for you. Click that button now. Okay, so cute little Evie. She's like, afterward, you just go away. And she's like, no, come report back. And the reason that you teach the children to report back at the end of doing that instruction that you've given them is so that they can be praised again, because they need to learn cause and effect. This is super important. And so I'm so proud of April. She did a great job with this interaction with Evie. And I don't think we get to see the end here in this video of her actually coming and reporting back to Mom. But, you know, we're pretty sure that she did. Mom gave her some good praise, just like we've seen April and Davey do in many of their other videos. And you can see some of those reaction videos here on this channel.
Hey guys, a quick little thing that happened parenting wise today. April's got the hamon, her other love. So in our family, we have been following, or our kids have zones. It's not like a specific chore, but it's kind of an area. Like one kid has dishes and they're responsible for the whole day and it's for the whole week. So they're just, they have to do it multiple times. It's not like I did my chore and it's done. Ender right now is on the floors and the shoe bins, so that's his zone. And this kind of happened with both him and EB, and I've kind of done this before with EB, but it worked really good with Ender. Come here, Ender. Let's tell him what happened today with your zone. Do you remember what happened?
It was too hard.
Sit down for a sec. What was happening? I said do your zone, and what happened?
And I said it was too hard and I can't do it.
Yeah, what happened?
And then
how did we fix it? I told you a little like
we told
an analogy. Remember?
Yeah. So there's take one step at a time in 1,000 miles.
Yeah, the journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single footstep.
I love that. It's so cute. What a great dad. He's sharing such wonderful insights and lessons with his children when they're frustrated about their jobs. But he is talking here about zones. So in our family, we call them stewardships. There was a time when I decided, okay, my children can have complete stewardship over one zone or area of our house. And this will give them more of an investment in keeping certain areas clean, because they'll recognize when it gets messed up because they've got to work on it throughout the day and keep it clean. So we would have them have a stewardship that would last for an entire week. Some people will do like a zone or a stewardship for a day. We did them for a week. We thought that was a really good thing. So one time, you know, sometimes people were on kitchen for the week. Some people were on floors and maybe like a bathroom or something, you know, maybe just upstairs. Those common areas for a week. Now that's going to be easier than kitchen. Kitchen is hard. And so the children develop an appreciation for other people that are doing work to serve them and all the effort that's put forth on these chores. Now there are other chore systems that I've used. So when they were younger, I decided that they would do a hard chore and an easy chore every single day. And when they were really tiny, I partnered them with an older child and they got the opportunity to be trained by their older brother or sister. So it was my younger two that had training time with their older brother and sister, and then the two oldest ones, when they were young, they did training time with me. We always work together as a family, so I trained my children on how to do different chores and work all the time. I do not give them a chore to do that they have not been trained to do beforehand. So if you want them to do a certain chore and they've never done it before, then you've got to pre-teach it, which means you've got to go through that entire chore with them. first, make sure that they understand it, and then the next time they will be ready to do that chore themselves, or they can do another area of the house. Like if you teach them to clean one bathroom sink, but you have another bathroom, you could then have them do that bathroom sink, or just redo the one right then so they get the opportunity to practice that new skill right when you taught it to them. So family work is important, and then when they're young, sometimes just a couple of chores a day, and then we moved into stewardships, which was really effective. If this video was helpful to you, then I'm pretty sure you are going to love a free class that I'm giving here on this channel called The Expectation Trap versus the Cycle for Success. I give this class at conferences and to groups all over the world, and it is usually one of those classes that people remember and they really feel is life-changing for themselves and their relationships. So go to Expectation Trap versus Cycle for Success, and I will see you there.